Today we are going to speak about the Zodiac. This is how it is usually depicted. I assume you already know the symbols of the signs of the Zodiac. If not, please spend some time to familiarize yourself with them. You'll find all the necessary information by searching the internet. When showing the Zodiac on its own, Aries is usually shown on the left, and all the other signs follow in counter-clockwise direction. This is important. In Western astrology, the signs of the Zodiac follow each other in a counter-clockwise direction. If you search the internet for a picture of the Zodiac, quite often you will find images with the signs in the clockwise direction. Those pictures were created by designers, not astrologers. They are only good for decorative purposes. The Zodiac is based on the ecliptic, and this is one of the first astrological terms we are going to learn. The ecliptic is the path of the sun around the sky, which it follows through the year. Every year around the 21st of March, although the exact date and time is somewhat different each time, the sun crosses the border between Pisces and Aries, and this moment is called Spring Equinox or vernal equinox. The beginning of Aries is considered the starting point of the Zodiac. Around the 22nd of June, again the exact moment differs year after year, the sun crosses the border between Gemini and Cancer, or we could say it enters the sign of Cancer, and this is called the summer solstice. Next, around the 23rd of September, the sun enters the sign of Libra, and this is the autumnal equinox. Finally, around the 22nd of December, the sun enters the sign of Capricorn, and this is the winter solstice. So the sun takes the whole year to complete the circle around the sky, and it always follows the ecliptic, which is a circle around the sky. The moon and the planets also follow the ecliptic, but not so strictly. They can deviate a little bit. We are going to use the ecliptic to define where exactly the sun, the moon, and the planets are in the sky. So what exactly is the Zodiac? It's basically the way to structure the ecliptic. We divide it into 12 equal segments, 30 degrees each, and these segments are called the signs of the Zodiac. The position of planets is then defined in the degrees and minutes of a sign of the Zodiac, as we'll see soon. The signs of the Zodiac are like different countries in the world. They're all different, and they create different conditions for planets traveling through them. As a result, planets have some favorites among the signs of the Zodiac, and there are also signs they don't like. The important point to note is that in astrology we never use constellations, only the signs of the Zodiac. To be precise, we use the signs in 99.999% of cases. There are some very rare and exotic applications where constellations are used in astrology, but usually if you hear someone is using the word constellation in relation with astrology, they simply don't know astrology properly. They should be saying sign instead. Constellations are irregular, while the signs are exactly 30 degrees each. You might hear some people arguing that in Indian astrology they use constellations, but this is not true. In Indian astrology they also use the signs of the Zodiac, 30 degrees each. It's just their Zodiac is different from the one used in Western astrology. Right now, we won't go into those details. We'll discuss them in a later lesson. Now let's see how the Zodiac looks in a natal chart. Here is again the natal chart of Keanu Reeves from the first lesson. First thing you might notice is that its orientation is different. Aries is not on the left anymore. This is because the Zodiac represents the sky. And the sky, due to Earth rotating around its axis, makes a complete rotation every 24 hours. So which sign will appear on the left, on the ascendant, depends on the time of birth. And it can be any sign. In case of Keanu Reeves, the ascending sign is Virgo. Now have a look in which signs, degrees and minutes all the planets are positioned. In astrology we apply the word planets to the luminaries as well, just for convenience. The moon is situated at 16 degrees 20 minutes of Cancer. Mars is not far from the moon, at 21 degrees 49 minutes of Cancer. Venus is at 23 degrees 54 minutes of Cancer. Now have a look at the Sun. It looks like it is positioned in Leo, but that is not so. If you compare the degrees and minutes of the Sun, Mercury, Uranus and Pluto, they are very close to each other, and they are all in the first half of Virgo. Such a close grouping of planets is called stellium in astrology. So the software drawing the chart had to reposition the symbols so that they didn't overlap, and you see the result. It might be easier to recognize such anomalies if you remember the direction in which the degrees of the signs increase, anti-clockwise. So 0 Virgo is on the border with Leo, while the end of Virgo, 30 degrees, is on the border with Libra. When you see the degrees and minutes of the Sun, 9:42, you understand that it cannot be in the second half of Leo, so it is in the first half of Virgo. Looking at the table with planetary positions is also helpful. You can see the degrees, the 3-letter abbreviation of the sign, the minutes and even the seconds of the planet's position. Enough for today. For practice, please learn how to create a natal chart using the approach that is most convenient for you. I have a few tutorials on my channel in the astrological software playlist that will help you. They are Tutorial 1, using a free online service at astro.com to create a natal chart, and Zeus Tutorial 1, Astro Processor Zeus, the first steps. There is also using a mobile app to create a natal chart, a part of a lesson, which will give you some general advice. Be proactive, choose the way you are going to create your natal charts, then create as many charts as you wish for yourself, your friends and relatives. For each of them, find the ascending sign and the position of each of the planets, just to get used to reading the charts. Just for comparison, here is a natal chart for Keanu Reeves created by Astro Processor Zeus. If you have any questions or problems, please write them in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel in order not to miss any of the coming lessons and tutorials.